It was immature. It was stupid. It was nasty. But that's not who I am, and that's not me today.
Vann, now 19, says he did not force anyone to drink urine, and he says he isn't racist.
We played a prank. First one who went to sleep got pranked.
His lawyer says the viral outrage will follow the group of boys for the rest of their lives.
Caused significant damage not only to their past, but to their future.
That's why he wants to try to collect the $3.2 million judgment the jury found Mom Summer Smith and her attorney must pay.
Defending my son was what I should have done, and I would defend my son still.
Smith says she plans to appeal the verdict and says there's not much she would have done differently.
I am attempting to move forward, attempting to move past it. My son is doing great.
Smith says she was sad to hear about the backlash Vann says he experienced.
I never wanted anyone to threaten anyone at the school or anything. I simply wanted them to be held accountable in the proper way.
We put on evidence that they knew that the things that they were saying were not true and that they persisted in it because they were raising money off of that narrative.
Vann's lawyer says he believes the jury was convinced in part by how he says Smith used more than $100,000 in GoFundMe money. The description said it was for counseling and education, which she says some of it was spent on.
What was the other portion used for?
I mean, anything to help him be able to move forward with life. He went through a traumatic experience, and these people wanted to support him, and so I used it to help him with anything he needed.
Welcome to Team Tigio Court TV, where we upload videos every single day. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and share our videos.
Imagine sending your child to a sleepover, thinking it is just innocent fun with friends, maybe some video games, snacks, and laughs. Then you get a frantic call, or worse, you see a viral video circulating online. Your kid was allegedly forced to drink urine by other boys at the party, shot with BB guns, called racial slurs, and subjected to what looks like horrific, racially motivated abuse. The footage spreads like wildfire. You go public to protect your child, rally support, launch a GoFundMe that raises over $100,000 for therapy, private schooling, and healing. Appear on national TV to share the story and spark protests, outrage, and a national conversation about racial bullying in schools. You fight fiercely as a mother, determined to hold the perpetrators accountable. But here is the devastating, jaw-dropping plot twist. Years later, a jury rules the entire narrative was fabricated or wildly exaggerated. The accused teen, once vilified as a racist bully, sues you and your attorney for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and invasion of privacy, and the jury awards him $3.2 million in damages. The mother who fought to protect her son now owes millions. Her GoFundMe funds are questioned for misuse. The public narrative completely flips, and the backlash turns against her. This is the real-life story out of Plano, Texas. Case that started as a viral bullying horror in 2021 and ended with a massive civil judgment in early 2026. Today on Team Tigio Court TV, we break down every twist in exhaustive detail: the original incident, the media frenzy, the GoFundMe success and scrutiny, the lawsuit, the trial evidence, the jury's verdict, what laws were at play, why the accused won big, the role of social media amplification, financial fallout, and what it means for false or exaggerated accusations in the age of viral outrage. If this reversal shocks you, makes you question how fast narratives can spin, or raises questions about justice and accountability, stay with me. This one's wild and layered. It all began in February 2021 at a birthday sleepover in Plano, Texas. A Snapchat video surfaced showing a group of middle school boys, described as mostly white, allegedly bullying Samarian Humphrey, a black classmate. The clip appeared to show him being forced to drink from a cup claimed to be urine, shot with BB guns, and taunted with racial slurs. Samarian's mother, Summer Smith, went public immediately and aggressively. She and her attorney, Kim Cole, shared the video widely on social media, accused the boys, including Asher Vann and his friends, of racially motivated torture and labeled it a hate crime. They appeared on national outlets like Good Morning America, where ABC's Lindsay Davis promoted a GoFundMe set up by Cole for Sumerians counseling, private schooling, and recovery. The fundraiser exploded amid massive online outrage, raising nearly $120,000 quickly. Protests erupted. Death threats were sent to the accused teens' families. Doxxing occurred, and the story dominated headlines as a shocking example of hate-fueled abuse against a black child. Plano ISD launched an investigation. Local police looked into it, and the FBI was even contacted early on due to the hate crime framing. The narrative painted the accused boys as monsters, organized racial torture at a sleepover. But as time passed and scrutiny grew, inconsistencies emerged. The accused teens denied racial motivation, calling it immature prank behavior, a dare where the first to fall asleep drank a mix of apple juice and a bit of urine. No criminal charges were ever filed against the boys. Police and school officials found no evidence of a hate crime or the extreme abuse described. Yet the damage to Asher Vann, then 14, now 19, was devastating and irreversible. Death threats, protests outside his home, bricks thrown through windows at his family's property, doxing, a ruined reputation during his formative years, severe emotional trauma, and long-term psychological harm that affected his schooling and social life. In response to the years of public shaming and threats, Asher Vann sued Summer Smith and Kim Cole in civil court in Collin County, Texas, for defamation, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and invasion of privacy, including publicizing private facts and placing him in a false light. The case went to trial in late 2025. A racially diverse jury, including 4 black members, heard extensive evidence over weeks. The original video context, a prank, not racial torture, apple juice mixed with urine, no swallowing shown, and no clear racial slurs in the clip. Lack of supporting proof for the most extreme claims, forced drinking, BB gun torture, organized hate. How Smith and Cole amplified the story nationally for attention, media appearances, and fundraising. Appearances on CNN, ABC, and more. GoFundMe scrutiny. Reports showed funds spent on unrelated items like travel, beauty products, designer items, liquor, vapes, cell phones, car payments, rent, and more. Little going to Sumerians' actual needs. The severe, life-altering harm to Vann, threats to his family, harassment, and reputational destruction that continued for years. The jury found Smith and Cole liable for intentionally inflicting emotional distress and invading Asher's privacy through their public accusations and campaign. On the 22nd of January, 2026, Judge Benjamin Smith entered a final judgment, upholding the jury's verdict. Smith and Cole were ordered to pay Asher Vann nearly $3.2 million in damages, roughly $1.6 million each, plus additional penalties and interest accruing at 7.5% per annum. The ruling cited the outrageous conduct, the deliberate amplification of unproven claims, and the profound, documented harm caused by the viral smear campaign, threats, protests, doxing, and emotional devastation during Asher's teenage years. This case highlights dangerous dynamics in the modern era. Defamation and false light. Publicly accusing someone of serious crimes, hate crime, assault, torture, without solid evidence can lead to massive civil liability if proven false, damaging, and made with reckless disregard for truth. Intentional infliction of emotional distress. The jury found the public shaming, threats, and life-ruining campaign crossed into outrageous conduct, causing severe harm. GoFundMe pitfalls. Funds raised under potentially misleading pretenses can trigger fraud scrutiny, misuse claims, or donor backlash. Here, the jury and judge questioned how donations were spent. Social media virality. A single video, amplified by media, outrage, and influencers, can destroy lives before facts emerge. Reversals like this show the high cost of unverified accusations in the digital age. Media role. National outlets promoted the story and fundraiser without full verification. Some have yet to follow up on the reversal. Smith and Cole have indicated plans to appeal, arguing the judgment is excessive and that their actions were protected advocacy. But as it stands, the accused teen, once vilified as a racist bully, has won major civil justice, while the mother who fought for her son faces financial ruin, potential repayment demands from donors, and reputational damage. This story is a cautionary tale for all of us. In the rush to support victims online, we must demon facts first, verify before amplifying, and consider the human cost of unproven narratives. False or exaggerated claims can ruin innocence, and the backlash, when it comes, can be devastating and expensive. What do you think? Did the jury get it right? Or is this another case of silencing victims and their advocates? Should GoFundMe campaigns tied to serious allegations face stricter oversight, audits, or restrictions? Have you witnessed similar reversals in viral stories or experienced online outrage? Share your thoughts in the comments. I read every one and appreciate the discussion. If this wild plot twist shocked you, made you angry, or got you thinking about justice, accountability, and the dangers of social media mobs, smash that like button and subscribe to Teen Tigio Court TV for more real-life reversals, viral scandals, defamation cases, GoFundMe controversies, courtroom twists that challenge what we think we know. Turn on notifications. We cover stories that demand critical thinking. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. See you in the next one. See you in the next one.